Hello, I have some wheels for sale over here. These are the Infiniti M and Q70 Sport wheel design. Although these are the accessory wheels in gray, so that is an original factory color. I have not refurbished or done anything to them. How much? $900. Location, Terre Haute, Indiana, and that is zip code 47802. I am open to shipping them, but the price that I listed earlier does not include shipping. The price of shipping will depend on the address you give me, and I'm going to package them and get a quote. Just to give you an idea though, usually if I have boxes, shipping is usually around $150. So think about it as an extra $150 to $200 depending on where you are. And the best way to reach me is going to be through my email address. That's edboy@gmail.com. Or if you are connected to me through my Facebook page, you can go ahead and do that as well. So let me show you what the wheels look like a little closer. So this is wheel number one. Let's look at it from the top and then from the sides. This is just mud from the grass. I'm trying to see if there is any sort of blemish, maybe from tire mounting and dismounting, but it seems like this one is very, very clean. So there you go. Wheel number two. Say for the most part, same thing. There you go. I knew there was something. So there it is. Wheel number three. Looking at it from all corners again. Here you go. This looks like car brush, honestly. This one probably got it worst, but depending on how wide your tires are going to be and the brand of tire, you might not even get to see that. But I like to show things in all honesty. No need to hide anything. Wheel number four. Okay, looks pretty good. Yeah, so number four is really, really good. Number four and number one are very, okay, there's a little bit of something here, very little, but otherwise in pretty good condition. So cosmetically, you be the judge, but I'd say they're in very, very good shape. Structurally or physically though, there is a little bit of a story. So at this point, I'd like to tell you guys that almost every wheel that you use on your vehicles usually have some sort of defect going on with them, usually. But for the most part, it's the kind of balance you can take care of. And that's why you use wheel weights, right? Very few wheels do you ever get and not need to use wheel weights at all, as an example. So bends and deformations are kind of common. It's just about to what extent is the wheel deformed. And these wheels here, so here's the bent one. Here you can see that at some point someone in the past wrote bent on it, and that means someone else had caught that issue, but it was still running on the vehicle, right? And look at the wheel weights, only 2 wheel weights on this one, so it did not really need too much work. Have you ever bought a wheel and then, or set of wheels, and you saw like 10 to 12 wheel weights? This one has 3. Yeah, that's usually people trying to make up for a bad wheel, horrible tires maybe, but these ones are not that bad. So I'm showing you this to kind of keep in continuity of my philosophy. I try to conduct my businesses with integrity, right? No need to hide something like that. Not just because I have a video talking about it, but I want you to know. In reality, is it manageable? Yes, it is manageable. I am very particular when it comes to the physical attributes of my vehicles. Cosmetically, okay, I kind of look at it sometimes, but physically, I am very particular. That means I'm going to be extra critical of something that someone else might see as passable. you know. So for that reason, when I had these wheels on the front of the vehicle, it felt a little funky, and I changed wheels a few different times. See, I've got different wheels over there, and you know what, the wobble hasn't really gone away. So I need to look at my suspension a little harder, and that lets me know that, yeah, you know, maybe I was being a little too dramatic about the bend on that wheel. So that's the story about it. As I said, there is a story about it, but nothing too bad. $900 in my mind is the kind of number that it's really, really good for almost new wheels. It's like, just go ahead and buy. But it's not too great a deal for three wheels, for three good wheels, right? It's just an okay price for three wheels, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. The fourth wheel is damaged according to some people, but passable, really good depending on where you're coming from, and I'm not trying to throw them away. I just want to sell the wheels to somebody who might want them. Maybe you want to buy one extra wheel and have that as a spare. It's a really good spare if you wanted to go that way. But I'm not trying. I never really try to be the cheapest person, intentionally, not intentionally. I just feel like $900 is a good enough price, you know. That's just my opinion on it. So with all that information and the video, the very long video I've provided, I hope that lets you know whether you're really interested in the wheels. Somebody might look at this video and say, why did you make such a long video on the wheels? Why did you not just tell us the price, location, and, you know, are you shipping and things like that? And I will actually put that detail. I will have the detail in the description box as a comment, top comment. If I can, I will put it in the thumbnail as well. But the way I work is I get a lot of communication. I get a lot of correspondence through email, through Facebook, many other different ways, right? And instead of trying to answer 50 different people with the same information, I'd rather make a long, detailed video showing you all different aspects of these wheels. Ideally, I don't want to have to run back and take pictures and do this and that. Everything is in the video. Everything you need to see is in the video. So usually, and it's actually worked pretty well for me. Some people usually post something for sale and then just say, hey, reach out to me if you've got questions, you know, message me or PM me if you've got questions. It's a lot of work for me. Usually the information I put in these videos covers most of the questions that most people will have. Every once in a while, someone might ask something that I'd say, hey, let me go find that out for you. But for the most part, everything should be answered in this video. So that's why I do things the way I do.